This presentation is my opinion of the most impactful best practices used in game-based learning according to Carly Finseth, who wrote the book Teach Like a Gamer. She describes 19 best practices instructional designers can use to incorporate more effective learning strategies for their students. I was once a writing instructor for 5th grade students. I learned that 10 and 11-year-old children want to do just about anything except learn how to write. My greatest challenge was student engagement. One of the most popular units was when the students wrote pieces about video games. I want to learn how to engage students and get them excited about writing. This quote from Finseth's book encouraged me. She said, "Simplified subsets are perhaps the most crucial areas to focus on to improve student immersion and engagement." Simplified subsets, what are they? Basically, it's learning without the risk of failure. And she included information, goals, practice, self-direction, feedback, and just-in-time learning. These will encourage students to engagement and self-immersion. So I want to talk about how I would use these best practices in my writing classroom. Best practice number 2 is all about making sure you have explicitly explained the instructions for the assignment. I would use teaching slides, Google Classroom, and Class Dojo to make sure that both students and parents have all the information they need to work on assignments. Teaching slides can contain objectives, standards, and expectations for each assignment. I could assign tasks in Google Classroom with any extra handouts, links, or charts. Class Dojo is an easy way to offer information to parents about classroom activities should they need help at home with an assignment. I can post writing goals on the teaching slides. We can read them together each day and talk about expectations. We can also verbalize "I can" so that I can statements. This helps them make the connection between the task at hand and how that helps them meet their goals. For example, we can say, "I can use adjectives in my sentence so that my sentence is stronger." What that does is verbalize that they can use adjectives, which is the task at hand, but the goal is that their sentence is stronger. I would ask the students to do a quick write each day for the frequent practice. Then they could write about anything they wanted to in their writing journals. I would not read them, but I would check for attempts. These attempts would be ungraded. Then more structured lessons and assignments can take place in the writing class. Best practice number 5 is self-direction, where learners choose when to move to the next task. I also think it's important for students to choose the topics they write about. If we're learning about biographies, they can choose who they want to write about. I think choice boards offer learners a structured way to self-direct their learning. And feedback, it must be continual and consistent. My students can have writing buddies. Each day after the mini lesson, students can meet their writing buddy and plan how they want to approach the day's topic and then write. When writing time is over, they exchange their writing and give each other feedback based on the goals and objectives for the day. Students can volunteer to read samples of their own or each other's writing, and the class can offer more feedback. Every day, I would meet with a group of about 5 students in a small group. They will have written goals in the back of their writing journal that we will discuss. If this group is working on topic sentences, then we will talk about that. It could include working through any questions they might have. There are 5 days in the school week, so I can meet with each child in a small group once a week. Groups can be called to small group while the rest of the class is working with their buddy. I have created writer's handbooks for my students, and I find that this provides just-in-time learning when they need it. Each student gets a copy of the booklet, and inside are handy tips or charts that guide students in any writing topic they are struggling to master. This is intended to be a quick fix to get them over the hump. Also, I've added visuals and links in my writing Google Classroom. Students can simply click on the image or the link to get the information they need. So some final takeaways from all of this is that it's important to realize that while all these practices have distinct characteristics, they also overlap, blend to combine a rich and continuous learning experience. Embedding all of these practices throughout the year will make for a richer classroom experience where students are engaged and immersed in their learning.